Department of Nursing, Midwifery and Health Studies was set up in 2002 in Dundalk Institute of Technology, and currently we run 6 undergraduate level 8 programmes. The nursing programmes are in general, intellectual disability and psychiatric nursing. We have an undergraduate programme in midwifery, and we also have degree programmes in early childhood studies and health and physical activity. We currently have about 700 students in the school, coming from all over Ireland. We have a good mix of students, young and old, coming through all different ways into the college. So, for example, through the Leaving Cert route, or as a mature entry student, or through further education college, for example.
As a student in the school, you will be part of a wider community. We have a very progressive approach to our education in the school. We are constantly looking at new and exciting programmes to make sure that we're serving the needs of our students, that we're serving the needs of our region, that we're meeting the demands that are required in the professional environment.
At the moment we would have about 30 lecturing staff within the department covering all of our disciplines.
We run 2 courses in midwifery. The first one is an undergraduate programme, and that's a 4-year degree programme. And the second one then is a postgraduate programme, and that's for registered general nurses. The philosophy is that the student is an adult learner, and midwifery is a lifelong learning process. So it's a challenge, and we try to foster that within the student, that they become creative, autonomous practitioners.
I love doing the course, and I love the fact that we got to do the 4-year course. It was really in-depth, and I think you do nearly need that to get all the kind of areas of midwifery covered very well.
The Skills Lab is a great facility to actually practice their skills in a non-threatening environment, and the students really do enjoy the practical classes here, and it's just set up exactly like a ward, any postnatal or antenatal ward.
Well, from first year we would have always had midwifery placements each year, so we would have been going around labour ward, antenatal ward and postnatal, so they'd be our core areas.
So you get to put theory into practice, and it's actually, you learn a lot more while you're out on placement.
The course, it's very challenging, but it's so rewarding. Midwifery is such a rewarding, exciting career. You know, it's such a privilege to be there at the birth of somebody's baby.
I teach on the intellectual disability nursing course. The people that come onto ID have a feeling, you know, that they've either had somebody in their family with an intellectual disability, or they've worked in services, or it's just they've noticed people and they want to come into it, and hopefully we nurture that feeling for them.
Clinical placements are an integral part of the course. So I've had 2 clinical placements in the first year, which were very enjoyable. They just gave me an complete overview of what it's like to actually go out there and be an intellectual disability nurse.
The thing about intellectual disability is that it's really rewarding. You know, you're really making a difference to people out there. And if it's only in a smile, or in a client being able to brush their teeth, or a client getting a job, that's just the sort of the landscape that you're going to come across when you're in intellectual disability. It's things that we take for granted. We try to develop that in the clients, and the students are going to bring their own skills that they have with them.
I think the level of teaching here has been so good that I can't imagine I'm going to need anything else when I actually do go out.
While students are here in DKIT, they learn about the practice of psychiatric nursing. They learn how to get into the mind of a person, and they learn how to bring them from a difficult stage of their life to a very good stage of their life. Psychiatric nursing classes are very varied. Some are straight lectures, but a lot of the time we ask the students to participate in the classes. But what we do is we try and look at the individual themselves and what they can bring to nursing. And by doing that then, all these assessment schedules come into play.
Depression, things like schizophrenia and that, you know, it's kind of opened my eyes to what is actually out there now that I didn't know before.
When you start off initially in psychiatric nursing, you'll be with a mentor or a preceptor, so you'll always be with them. They'll be your guardian angel for the time that you're in nursing. 6
weeks into the course, you go out in clinical placement, so you could be in a daycare setting, an acute setting, like in a hospital, like you could be visiting homes, so like it's a wide range of place you could be.
I would absolutely 100% wholeheartedly recommend this course. For me, it is without a doubt the road that I was supposed to take.
The general nursing programme is really the adult nursing, which is a programme that prepares students for caring for people really from the age group of adolescent right through to old age. We generally have 40 students in each year of the programme. So this allows lecturers to get to know students individually. And we're very fortunate here to have such a fabulous facility for our nurse education. We have a state-of-the-art building here that has best facilities that you could possibly ask for.
I would say the labs here are very, very well equipped. They have everything you would need. It's like walking into a hospital ward. It actually looks like a hospital ward. It was really exciting the first day we came in.
Nursing has become quite specialised, and we would try and make sure that a student would get a good diversity of clinical placements, particularly with new specialties coming up with clinical nurse specialists and advanced nurse practitioners.
I'm only back from working a year in London, and while I was over there, the Irish nurses were really, really welcomed in. They were very impressed by our management skills, by our delegation skills, and by our clinical practice as well. They were really impressed with it. So definitely DKIT had a huge part in preparing me for heading over there.
As nurses and midwives, we're in a very privileged situation to get closely involved with people during significant times in their lives, for whatever reason. So for example, it could be somebody in a general hospital ward who is acutely unwell. It could be a woman who's having her first baby. It could be a person with intellectual disability requiring support to try and move out to independent living. All those challenges can be met through a nursing or midwifery degree.
Our classes in DKIT in early childhood studies are quite small, so we'd have in the region of about 25 students in each class, so that the students get to know each other very well and they get to know us very well as well. We have 4 main themes that run through the degree. The first one is coming to know the world through play. The second theme is children's health, minds and bodies. The third stream then is research, and then the final stream that runs through the programme is fieldwork. And the students in Dundalk have the experience of going out on fieldwork every year of the programme in early childhood studies.
In first year I worked in a full day care in Dundalk. In second year I worked in a school with children with special needs. And in third year I worked with a local childcare committee, which also I found gave me the experience then that I may have needed to get the job I'm in today.
Students have gone as far afield as New Zealand for their international placement, which is a centre of excellence for early childhood experiences.
Anyone that is interested in working in the industry of the childcare sector or anything to do with children, really, it's such a good, even if you wanted to go and study on afterwards, it's such a great course to spark your interest in so many different areas. And coming out of it, I can't wait to see what I can do.
I'm a lecturer on the Health and Physical Activity programme. It's a 4-year programme and students graduate with a level 8 honours Bachelor of Science degree. We get quite a mix of students here. I mean, there are a number of students who would be quite heavily interested in the sports or performance, elite performance end of things. But likewise, you know, we have a large number of students who are more interested in the health promotion field.
There's such a wide variety out there with the modules that are being offered in year 1, year 2 and year 3, as well as year 4. You're opening so many doors to careers that are being offered out there.
We have 2 cohorts of graduates, and many have gone on to find full-time employment in positions such as sports science consultants, physical activity coordinators within the community, educators in further education. But we also have a large number of students who have gone or who have chosen to continue into postgraduate studies.
I'm actually teaching on a PLC course up in Drogheda, so I'm teaching a sports course, which is a lot of the modules that I would have covered here are stuff that I'm delivering at the moment.
I generally think if students have an enthusiasm for science and an enthusiasm for a healthy and active lifestyle, then they would be particularly suited to this programme.
We would say that we'd have a very student-centred approach to learning in the department, and what we mean by that is that the student really is the focus of our attention, to try and enhance their learning, facilitate their learning, and also to make sure that they're enjoying the college life and experience.
Main support as a student in DKIT, I think, is the lecturers. For any problems that you would have been having, or if you're struggling in a certain area, you could go to them for advice.
Normally in any group of students, of about 40 students, there's a percentage of them that have that are mature students, and this adds greatly to the dynamic in the class.
Mature students do very well on these programmes. They're very popular with applicants. The standard of mature applicant tends to be very high, and that means they do very well when they come onto the programmes then.
From an academic point of view, it was fantastic to get back into the learning aspect that I'd left behind a few years previous. I really enjoyed the process of sitting down and studying and starting to rewrite and put my own feelings and thoughts about what I was doing onto paper.
We actively encourage applications from mature students. An important thing to distinction, I suppose, in terms of this school is that if you're applying for nursing and midwifery programmes, your application is assessed by the Nursing Career Centre in Dublin.
DKIT is ideally situated in the northeast in County Louth, with good access both by rail and by road. A lot of our students travel by bus from, for example, Meath, which are run regularly every day and fit in with a college schedule. College life is very important for our students. They really should have a good balance between study and the academic life, but also the fun and the social life in college. And certainly in DKIT that is facilitated. There are great societies which students can sign up to when they come into college, obviously, and we try and keep Wednesday afternoons free so they can actually engage with those societies and activities. They also have the opportunity to stay on campus because we've got student accommodation which allows them to be very close to the college, and then there's also the other issues regarding student support services which allows them to integrate better into college life.
The social life here is great. Every Thursday night there's always something available. The Student Union again is in charge of that. There's always going to be some event put on, some sort of a themed party, and I suppose that helps anybody coming into first year. You settle in an awful lot quicker when there's a social environment there.
Oh, I think DKT, you'll definitely make friends here for life, there's no doubt about it. Some of my closest friends I've made here.
It's a great college, great facilities. It's a really good opportunity, and I loved every minute of the course, and I can honestly say that. So
I think our major advantage is that we're a relatively small institution, so I think we very much have the personal touch.
It's done wonders for my confidence. It's great for building your self-esteem, and it's probably the most positive experience I've had. I've enjoyed every minute so far.
The DKIT has the expertise, facilities and vision to start you off in your chosen career.